Good day, everyone. So, for today, we are going to discuss mergers and acquisitions. This is the eighth chapter of business finance. So, for this chapter, we are going to cover key concepts and skills, be able to define the various terms associated with mergers and acquisitions activity, understand the various reasons for mergers, and whether or not those reasons are in the best interest of shareholders, and understand the various methods for paying for an acquisition. So all in all, ito yung mga concepts that we have to understand from this topic. So overall, we have to understand that in acquisition, there are legal forms, meaning ito yung tamang pamamaraan or legal na pamamaraan na ayon sa batas for a company to acquire or merge with another company. Now, there are three basic legal procedures, tatlong paraan that one firm can use to acquire another firm. So, a company can merge or consolidate with another company, or a company can acquire the stocks, no? Pwedeng bumili, kumuha ng stocks, or you can acquire assets of another company. And in turn, acquiring much of the assets would give you the ownership of that company. So first, let's settle the terms merger versus consolidation. Okay? So, kailangan natin maintindihan what is the difference between the two. Okay? Because these are legal terms. Okay? And when you say merger, it is different from consolidation, vice versa. So when you say merger, one firm is acquired by another. So company A acquires company B, or company B acquires company A. Okay? And then in a merger, an acquiring firm retains name and acquired firm ceases to exist. So mayroong cases wherein company A acquires company B, and then mawawala na yung existence of company B. All in all, they are now company A altogether. Okay? So, advantages, it is legally simple. Mas madali siya kasi hindi na malilito yung ano, no? Yung owners, yung employees of the company who gets to stay, who gets redundated, no? May mga ganung term sa businesses eh. Hindi na kailangan yung services mo, so your contract will end, and then you will be given compensation for it, ano. So that's one advantage. And then another, or for the disadvantages, it must be approved by stockholders of both firms. So in a merger, dapat para siyang sa marriage, yung union, okay, must be approved by all of the members. Now, whether 1,000 yan, or 2,000, or 4,000, regardless of how many owners, stockholders are in the firms, no, majority votes, and whatever is the majority vote, yun yung susundin. Ano? Kung kahit gusto ng owner makipag-merge sa another company, kung ayaw naman ng um, stockholders, then it's not going to happen. Okay? Kasi kailangan siya ng approval of the stockholders. And then now we have the term consolidation. So when you talk of consolidation, company A and company B nagsama, naging company C. Okay? So walang na-return, walang na-retain from the original, ano? Yung A nawala na, yung B nawala na. From it, gagawa na kayo ng bago, no? Entirely new firm is created from combination of existing firms. So, nagsama na yung dalawa, and then a new one is created. Okay, up next we have acquisition. So, when you say acquisition, a firm can be acquired by another firm or individual or individuals, no, group of people, purchasing voting shares of the firm stock. So, yung mga tao na yun or another firm would buy stocks equivalent to voting rights, voting shares, no, from that company. Therefore, they now have the right, they have the power, okay? Kasi bumili na sila ng shares eh. Okay? Another way would be tender offer, no? So when you say tender offer, you have someone, it could be an individual, it could be another firm, and then ang gagawin niya, mag-offer siya, no? Bibili, for example lang, for sale ba yung motor mo? Hindi. Bilhin ko na lang yan, 70,000, ganun. So mapapaisip ngayon yung owner, pwede, kung let's say initially hindi naman siya planning to sell it, pero somebody offered him or her, no? Then the transaction materializes, no? Doon na nagsisimula. So pwedeng gawin yan, no? Pwedeng you have group of people, you have a firm, an angel investor, someone who has the money would offer, no? Or correction, not an angel investor rather, but an investor. So, tender offer ang tawag doon, no? Let me buy your shares. Tapos pag may napag-agreean silang price, then that's going to be the price where it gets sold, no? And then you have stock acquisition, no? No stockholder vote is required, can deal directly with stockholders even if management is unfriendly, may be delayed if some target shareholders hold out for more money. So basically you're just buying the stock, no? You are acquiring ownership, no? Stock, capital, no? Nag-acquire ka ng stock of that company. You are acquiring ownership of that company, no? And in classifications, it could be horizontal, meaning both firms are in the same industry. Pareho, if it's oil industry, dapat oil industry din bibili. Petroleum, petroleum. Airline, airline. Ganun, ano. That's horizontal. Or it could be vertical, no? Pwede rin naman magkaiba. Firms are in different stages of the production process. Or it could be a conglomerate. Firms are totally unrelated. So talagang magkaiba sila, no? But they are interested in buying the said company. Okay. Now, in the U.S. and other Western countries, they term it as takeovers. No, medyo pangit lang siya pakinggan, especially for Filipinos kasi we are a very conservative country. No, meron tayong labor, maraming companies dito unionized. No, so sa ibang bansa, no, nangyayari talaga yan, takeover, no, literal takeover, no, magugulat na lang ikaw na empleyado or may mga maririnig kang makikimarites ka, no, may mga maririnig kang rumors that someone is going to purchase your company, no, a larger company will acquire your company or merge with your company. So all in all, they are called takeovers, no, someone is going to take over. Okay. And then nakikita ninyo yung sanga-sanga niyan, ano? It could be an acquisition, a proxy contest, or magpa-private na from public. No, publicly offered, okay, may pera ako, I will buy this company and I'll take it private. Akin na lahat ng ownership, right? So may mga ganun eh. And then from acquisitions, nag-branch out din siya on different types. Again, it could be an acquisition of an asset, a stock, or a merger. So, bakit ba kailangan ng M&A or mergers and acquisitions? Why do we have to do that? Okay? Biri mo, may company ka na, may company siya. Why can't we just leave each other alone? Ano? Bakit kailangan mag-join? So basically, here are some of the reasons. No? Of course, you want to grow your business. No? May capital siya, million. May capital ako, million. Why not work together, right? Diba, may kasabihan nga, two heads are better than one, or the more the merrier. Mas marami, mas maganda. Mas marami magjo-join ng Cosmo, mas maganda. And that's the reason why companies or corporations are being traded publicly kasi kailangan nila ng capitalization from the public, no? So if private companies decide to merge and acquire one another, no, it's because they want to grow, they want to achieve more revenue synergy, achieve economies of scale. So pagka mas malaki, mas nagmumura, no? Imagine, umorder ka from China, chinip dito via JNT, bakit 49 pesos lang bayad mo? Kasi it's economies of scale eh. Yung isang cargo ship, hindi naman pa isa-isa dinadala niyan. Hindi naman LBC yan na umorder ka tapos pinadala mo sa Amerika or nagpa-ship ka sa Amerika, isa lang yan. So you will uh, bear all the costs. No? Ito hindi eh. Yung cargo, thousands if not millions of parcels ang dinadala nila. So mura lang talaga yun. Right? Economies of scale ang tawag doon. No? Mas malaki, mas mura. Right? Bultuhan, mas mura versus sa patingi-tingi ka. Okay? You wanted to diversify, you wanted to vertically integrate with the business, maybe you wanted to avail tax benefits kasi kapag kaisa na lang kayo, isang tax na lang babayaran nyo, no? Knowledge transfer, you just need guidance or you want to um, be acclimated. Ay, baguhan ako sa pagpapatakbo ng let's say salon or pagpapatakbo ng barbershop, no? Eh hindi ganito 'yan. This is how we run business to. So sumama ka doon sa mga mas marurunong ano. So those are some of the reasons why. And then there are a lot of companies as you can see na mga established companies na 'yan, no, that are born out of mergers and acquisitions, no. Mga nanggaling 'yan sa mergers and acquisitions. And here are examples of what happens, no? So yung first part natin, we have backing the stronger brand. So dalawa, like DHL and Airborne Express, the stronger brand is DHL, therefore ang mariretain DHL. And then you have Allied Signal and Honeywell, stronger brand si Honeywell. So A and B nag-join, si Honeywell ang naiwan. Okay? So one brand gets to be retained and then the other ceases to exist. Yan yung sinasabi natin kanina. Mawawala na yung isa. Okay? And then blending the brands. Meron naman ito nagbe-blend, nagsasama. Exxon and Mobil naging Exxon Mobil. Conoco at Philips naging Conoco Philips. Okay? United and Continental nagsama sila, yung tinanggal nila yung mga airlines, no, United na lang. Okay, so on and so forth. So you are blending A and B, naging AB siya. All right? And then pwede ring brand new. Like this one, Bell Atlantic and NYNEX, no? Asan dyan yung Verizon? Wala naman, di ba? Pero nagsama sila, and then from the union, gumawa sila ng bagong company, which is Verizon. Or it could be BAU, or Business as Usual, BAU. Meaning, both brands are retained. Pero, behind the scenes, magkasama na sila. Campbell's and Plum, no? So, iniiwasan lang nila yung confusion sa part ng mga customers, no, or employees, stakeholders. So they retain both the brands, but in reality they are working together. So pag may weakness yung isa, tutulungan ng isa, vice versa. So ExxonMobil, many reasons lay behind the merger of ExxonMobil. So basically they wanted to improve earnings, and then yung falling oil prices. So alam naman natin yan, di ba, class? Ngayon, ang mga tao are exploring electric vehicles, no? So pag electric vehicles, hindi na masyado kailangan yung oil. And then there will come a time na talagang mawawala yan. And then why are you doing that? Because of environmental considerations, ano? Although I'm not saying na yung paggawa ng electric vehicle battery is pure on its own, ano? May mga evils din yan, may mga issues din yan, ano, which we can talk about some other time, ano. But that's just one, ano. Long-term capital productivity, enhanced competitive advantage. So biro mo, nagsama yung dalawang malaking brands, of course they will have the competitive advantage, merging of technology, so on and so forth. So it's called a mega merger. Dalawang malaking company nag-join. Worldwide, ExxonMobil markets fuels, lubricants, chemical under the brands ESSO, ExxonMobil, and ExxonMobil. So imagine, dalawang giants nag-join forces. Alright? And then ito, favorite ko to, no? Kasi huge fan and advocate of WWE. They merged with UFC under Endeavor. So isa na lang ang nagmamay-ari, which is Endeavor. On the left side, you have mixed martial arts, UFC. And on the other, you have professional wrestling, WWE. So yan, they merged and formed this $21 billion company, no? Billions and billions of dollars. So Endeavor holds 51%, of the stocks, and then 49% goes to WWE. Okay? So, I hope you have understood the basics of mergers and acquisitions. Now, what I want you to do is to research an example of a merger and an acquisition in the Philippines, no, local examples tayo, and outline the following. What's the profile of company A, brief history, and then what's the profile of company B, and then brief history, and then what's their reason for merging. So that's it. I hope you have learned something from this discussion. Thank you so much. God bless everyone and stay safe.